Hey everyone. All right, let's do it. Let's go over September. Let's talk about October. Thank you for being on tonight. Melissa, take it away.
Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you all tonight. My heart is very tender and you all mean so much to me. So thanks for being on the call. It was such an amazing month. September was convention, always inspiring to me. If you haven't been able to get to one, I encourage you to join us next September. But in the meantime, my job right now is to not wax and go on and on about that. But my job is to congratulate the enrollers in the month of September. So we had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 enrollers in the month of September. And I'm pretty proud of all of you. And so what is really fun is I had an orphan assigned to me in July, and all of a sudden, a few weeks ago, I realized she's enrolling people. So that's exciting. She doesn't want to talk to me, but she's enrolling people. So congratulations, Julie, if you get to see this recording, Julie Nicolao, congratulations. Amy Krull, Laura Shields, Amy Rebus, Hannah Dobbins, Amy Baumitz, and myself. So yay, a round of applause. Great job, guys. And I just wanted to point out that September 30th was the end of that 3-month gather and give promo that doTERRA was offering. And that was if you enrolled at least 3 people in that 3-month period with 100 PV or more, you got a bubble diffuser, one of the highly coveted bubble diffusers, and a 5 milliliter bottle of Motivate. And if you went from 3 to 5, then you got those 2 products, and you also got the Rose Essence Mist, which I tried to smell a little bit tonight, and I think I got a little bit of it. So I'm celebrating that. So I wanted to tell you, we had 4 of our leaders qualify during that 3-month period for this promo, or these freebies, I guess. So Amy Baumitz had 4, so she got the bubble diffuser. And have you gotten the code yet for that?
Yeah,
Amy?
I have.
Okay, the bubble diffuser and the Motivate. And then Emily Rashid qualified for the bubble diffuser, the Motivate, and the Rose Mist. I qualified for the 3 of those as well. And Amy Krull is like an overachiever. Congratulations. And she qualified for 2 whole sets of those. So if you have not been, if you qualified, make sure you look, make sure you've got a code in the mail. It would have come in the 5 days in the new month from the month that you qualified, say that 5 times. So if you aren't sure, like I never see those emails, so I always end up having to search doTERRA promo code, and you'll see it there. You have until December 31st to redeem it. Put it in, there's a spot on every order that you make where you can put in your code and redeem that. So you worked hard. Make sure you get those. And then I also wanted to remind you that if you enrolled somebody during this gather and give promo season, if they place, so for example, right now it would just work for, if you enrolled somebody in the month of September, they need to, if they choose to place an order of 100 PV in the month of October, they will get 50 points to spend however they want. So that was true for each one of these months. I have to say, I don't think I did a really great job of following up with those people with my enrollments, but now would be a great time if you're one of the 7 people that enrolled during this month. Make sure you're following up with your people and explaining that they would in effect get their order for like, half, right? Because they get half of those points back. So congratulations, guys, you're doing a great job.
Thanks, Melissa. Okay, Jerry's going to tell us about Pink Pepper, the 10% off product.
Okay, so Pink Pepper, I had to look for mine. I hadn't used it for a while, and after studying about it for tonight, I'm like, I gotta get this bottle open and start using it. So, so it's 10% off. Normally it's $22 for 5 ml, so it'd be like $19.80. So it's not quite as spicy as black pepper. In fact, it's not even from the same family. It's from the family actually of cashews, believe it or not. But you can use it in cooking, and it's got a little more fruity aroma, but it has some spice to it. So, maybe change up some of your dishes and try some of the pink pepper in there. So it comes from the berries of the pink pepper or I think it's called Molle, Molle tree, from South America, specifically from Peru is where doTERRA sources it. And also from, oh, I forgot, there's another place somewhere in Asia, I believe. But anyways, it's from South America. And the Incas, the ancient Incas, considered it a sacred tree, and they used it, the berries, to line their, like the inside of their temples. And they used all parts of the plant for medicinal purposes. So doTERRA also, the doTERRA pink pepper is also linked for internal benefits for your GI tract. It's neuroprotective, meaning that it supports your nervous system. So if you're starting to, also your immune system as well. So if you feel yourself starting to come down with something, you can take it internally in a capsule. You could use it in your water, but you could put it in a capsule with maybe DDR prime or frankincense, and use it that way. It supports cellular health. Now, this is called cellular apoptosis. And what that means is that it supports getting rid of the unhealthy cells and preventing them from repopulating. So it supports healthy cells. So you could say that if you might want to use it for breast health, this is the month of October. October is breast cancer awareness month for breast cancer. And so you could use it topically in an oil and rub it over your heart. You could use it for your lymphatic system with dry brushing. You could put a couple drops, put it on your hands or put it on your dry brush. And then starting from, for those of you who have not dry brushed, Google it to get more specifics on how to use it. But you would start from basically from your hands going up towards the center of your body, the same thing with your legs. And so let's see, what else is it? So in dry brushing, you could also combine it with Slim and Sassy or our new Meta PWR, so Meta Power blend, and use it then also for dry brushing. Neuropathy, so you can add a few drops for daily massage, maybe with a carrier oil. I would suggest with a carrier oil, and you could put it on if it's neuropathy of the feet or certain limbs that you want to wake up, that lymphatic system, and massage in those areas. Excellent for that. You can use it as part of a massage, maybe with some of the AromaTouch too, since AromaTouch helps for circulation. Let's see, what else I want to say. Emotionally, pink pepper is a relaxing oil. It has limonene in it and aphelandrine, I think is how you pronounce it, are the two main chemical constituents of pink pepper. So it has that very relaxing effect when you apply it topically or aromatically. You can diffuse it with green mandarin. Also, it works well with lavender, clary sage, patchouli, and spearmint. And a little hack, you can use it as pest control along with peppermint. And that's what I have for pink pepper. So I'm definitely going to add, because my bottle is about half full, and I'm going to be using it, I know for sure. There you go.
Thank you, Jerry. That was amazing. I have pulled my dry brush back out and I've been using it with Meta Power. And I think adding pink pepper in is a fabulous idea. I'm like, forgot that I kind of liked dry brushing. So thank you for that tip. Okay, Laura Shields is going to tell us about Balance, the product of the month. There we go.
There we are. So this is me telling you about Balance, and I completely forgot that I was telling you about Balance. I'm so sorry. Total fail today. Okay.
On the fly. Fake it till you make it.
So Balance is great. We love our Balance. Apparently I needed to use some today. That's so good. Oh my goodness. But actually, so Balance is one that I do dry brush with, because I did like get into that kind of recently, like over the summer was my like introduction to that. So that was me doing that. So that's kind of fun. We were talking about that. So Balance is, I just sent out a message. You know, this is what's funny. I sent out these messages, right, to like my people not that long ago. So I should have this. I'm just gonna pull that up right now. Here it is. Okay, so Balance, you're getting this one free, right? With your 125 PV for people. So I think this is a really great one because it's easy to like add it to that like stacking, right? As we're talking about stacking different things with people, potential customers and our current customers. It's great to include that, that they get this one for free as well. So this one, I diffuse it sometimes. I think it's more of that, like put it on in the morning for me, like making rollers, starting the day. This one is a big one for our family for sure. And so it's definitely like my favorite roller combination that I've used for years is Balance Bergamot and Frankincense. It's just like my go-to roller. And so I use it as like a perfume and all that. I think that's a great one. When people get their order of like 125 before the 15th of the month, this is a great one, I think, for them to kind of, again, think of that emotional component of like, we're talking a lot about metabolical stuff, but that's overwhelming for people, I think, too, when they're kind of even understanding the whole system. So even explaining that this one is just going to kind of help ground you in the morning as you start processing through all the things that you're going to do throughout the day, as you're thinking about ways that you're watching maybe you're eating, the patterns that you're starting that are new. I think it's just a great one to kind of gently ease them into those new routines. And I should probably be doing this more myself, apparently lately. That's what I got. I don't know. What else am I missing?
You were amazing. Those are great. Those are great tips we're telling our customers, like, here's different ways to use it. I do think that's interesting. Like, feel overwhelmed by MetaPower, make sure you're using your balance each day, to balance out everything that's going on. So I think that's a great connection. And I think that on the bottoms of my feet, when I use it daily, I notice a huge difference. And so, no, I think that's wonderful. You're amazing. Okay, Lindsay King couldn't be with us tonight, but I wanted to share on her behalf about the oil of the month this month, which is, who knows it? Past tense. I see some whispering. I see it coming. So past tense is our tension blend. OG was in a roller. New people got it in a 15 mil. We've got illegal rollers around our house. Just kidding. So we're going to be educating about this all month long with Lindsay's posts in Fierce Oilers. Make sure you're commenting, engaging on them. When you see them pop up, add a comment. It will help our community, and it will help your customers see what's going on and all the work that Lindsay's putting into that. Our call is October 17th. I have not made the sign up sheet yet. I will do that tonight and put that out, and we will do a deep dive into that call on the evening of the 17th, that Monday evening. So be watching for that. Next then is, I'm calling this section Wellness Advocate Worthy Updates from Convention. Very catchy, isn't it? Oh, shoot. Actually, okay. Well, I'm going to come back because I need to go get a prop. Allie, is now an okay time for you to share about post-convention tour? Okay, Allie's going to tell us about post-convention tour really quick.
Okay, can you guys hear me? So I wasn't able to make the convention in Salt Lake City, but I was able to watch it virtually, and I was so excited that they're doing this post-convention tour, but they're coming to Vegas like at the very end, like I'm the last person to do this. But yeah, they seem to cover quite a lot of states, and it's a one-day event. It's $10. You can bring anybody you want. So yeah, hopefully we'll definitely be there and bring my family and meet some people in Vegas that like to share about this too.
Thank you. Perfect. And is it Citrus Bloom? You get a free 5 ml Citrus Bloom. Is that what it is? Yes. You're going to get some freebies there. And
yeah, and the MetaPower sachets, I think you get 3 of them.
Yes, thank you. That leads me into my point. Who knows what I'm holding here? Who is paying attention? This, my friends, is what doTERRA is doing for us. So one of the things that I thought was so exciting at convention is they talked about ways that we're going to be able to send samples from our back office. And I have to actually go back and look at some of the notes on pricing, but I think this was $8 to send this. Does that sound right? And I think shipping was free. Sorry, I know I should have accurate info on that, but the bottom line is they've heard our cry and they want us to be able to send these out. And so you can order these. They're already available, right, Mer? And you can get just the plain pamphlet if you want to add your own MetaPower. Okay. So you can also order a pack of those. I think this is really key. You can put in their address. They're going to send it. You can put in a little note. And this makes me feel like, thank you, doTERRA, more things like this are coming. And I think that's really, really key that we are going to have access to stuff like that. So that was something that was really exciting for our businesses and for the way we are working with potential and current customers. And the second thing that I thought was really significant, who caught that you can now help a new enrollment set up their LRP while they're enrolling. So what they'll do is like, okay, I'm enrolling, let's say enroll with the MetaPower kit and a couple different things or whatever. And there will be like a box, there will be an option that says, I want this to come to me monthly, right? For my collagen sachets and for the things that I'm having. So they will be able to select that and listen up. When they set it up with their enrollment order, they get 10% off their first month of LRP when they set it up right away. So this will be integrated into that process to help and support us on that journey as well. So I'm very excited about that. And I think that's really good. Did I explain that well? Does anyone?
Yeah, you did. I think, don't they also get points for something in there too?
Shipping?
Yeah.
They're
Like the
perks.
first, I think they get points on the first. Yeah, on the first order, they get points back. I can't remember exactly, but
That
you're
was what
correct.
I was going to say. I think you set up your LRP, you get 10% off the LRP, and you get points back on your original order.
Yes, you're right. There are definite perks. Thank you. I would have missed that. So lots of perks there. And again, it just like, we know doTERRA is listening, but I think those are some really wonderful things that are happening. So I'm grateful for that. Laura Whipperman is going to tell us about leadership coming up in 2023.
That's right. Leadership is coming up in 2023. And here's just some reasons why you'll want to go. You'll get strategic directions for 2023 from the founding executives. They're going to all be there. You'll get customized breakout sessions on a variety of topics. You'll have the advantage of being able to network with people who are higher up in doTERRA. You get to rub elbows with some of those people. I know that's something that Melissa loves to do when she goes. You'll get really good advice from inspirational speakers, and you'll have access to really exclusive swag while you're there. So you're going to be able to really move your business forward with greater confidence and increased knowledge if you attend leadership. And here's how you can do that. You can do it in actually two ways. One is to qualify as a silver at least once, or silver or higher at least once between January 2022 and February 2023. So that's a really wide window of time to qualify. Or you can qualify as an elite or a premier at least once, and you must enroll 3 people with at least 100 PV between September and February. So if maybe you enrolled somebody in September, which is great. So that would mean that you'd only have to enroll 2 more people between now and February, and then you could qualify as an elite or a premier. So it's just an amazing time of people sharing ideas and casting vision, and just feeling like you're not alone trying to do this. There's lots of people all over the country, and it's going to be in Orlando this time around. So just keep your eye on the prize for that. If you have any questions or want some strategies, just reach out to whoever enrolled you.
Thanks, Laura Whip. Miranda, why don't you tell us a little bit about Empowered Success?
All right. So I'm just going to put in the chat this. You don't have to do this. Of course, this is optional, but this is the registration or the Zoom registration for Empowered Success training. And basically doTERRA corporate, and like when I jumped on tonight, I think I was on like 30-45 minutes, but they just how to up-level your business, how to help this month. If you watch the replay, you'll see how to support people on MetaPower the best. But I really liked how they walked through like the doTERRA, I'm sorry, digital marketing kit and things like really neat to, in a way, be handheld through certain things that people you might have questions about, or it might come up, and they're literally corporates walking you through the certain things. But I really learned a lot from it. I think it was really good. Like advice. And then we had, I forgot her name right now because I don't know how to pronounce it, but somebody who got to experience MetaPower first walked through her thing and how she's like, didn't feel so great. Like, people need to realize my best friend felt like amazing. And she's like, but I was laying on the couch her first week or whatever. So it was really cool to hear honest feedback, but also how to love on the people, the techs and everything. So I feel like Empowered Success Training is super important. I'm going to do my best to jump on more of those or watch the replay. But if you want to register, yeah, I don't know how to say her name. If you want to register, I don't even want to try tattoo or something. Anyway, if you want to register, that's that, or it's on the Empower that too. Yeah, what Amy says, you can find it under doTERRA.com, Empowered to Success. So I just wanted to put in a plug for it because I feel like it's super important, but also just you can ask questions and they answer it live, like most of the time. So that's what I got.
Thank you, Mer. Yeah, I think those calls are well done. I appreciate that they do them. So catch the recording from tonight if you can. They're probably still going for a little bit right now.
Well, they'll be going for a long time. And Amy, I picked up 2 or 3 little things that we should all know about. So if you have time for me to share that, let me know.
Some MetaPower tips, or some things. Let's come back to that. I think that's really good.
It's not about MetaPower, but that's okay.
Who's game for rolling over awesome August to spectacular September to ostentatious October? Who is with me? Sorry. Does that start with an O? Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot each one of you who have been sharing like on a specific date, a text with your dates, right? As like, does this work for you? Give me a thumbs up if it works for you, if you're game. I just still think it's been really good to hear from different people. And so let's just go for one more month. Let's go for broke and see how we're doing. But I think sometimes it's helpful to know this is my date. It's scheduled out. It's done. And good to go. So thanks for the collaboration in Fierce Oilers, and we're gonna give it one more go in October and see what we think. Okay, Amy Kroll is on with us tonight, and I'm excited. She's such a busy lady. She just fed 23 hungry volleyball athletes pasta dinner, and so she's got a really full plate, especially in the fall. And she is one of our new leaders who hit elite very quickly. She double qualified for the promotion, right? She's got 11 enrollments since she just got started a couple months ago. So a lot of really good things happening there. And I just asked her to share a couple of the things that she's been doing. We did a couple classes together and then some follow-up classes. So we just get to hear from her a little bit on that. So Amy C, you can take it away.
Yeah, well, great. So I wish I could take credit for it, but it really is Amy and Melissa. No, but they're just, you guys are so great to work with. And, so I teach yoga and then I have a Reiki practice. So, I have people who are open to this, they're just, essential oils are, they are like a lot of them are already using them. And so when we were kind of brainstorming things we could do, back to school was great because so many of my clients have kids in college or high school or, are starting to transition into empty nesters. So it was so nice to like think about a way to support our kids when we're not necessarily going to be there. So, and people were just, asking a lot of questions once they got into the class, and they loved the fact that they could be answered right away. I think that was really a draw for people, and they have these new oils. Well, so we did the back to school one, they bought the kit or whatever. And then we did okay, you have your oils, now what? People were like, that's the best thing ever. So I can use them. And at least if they're just putting them in their water every day, you feel like you're using them. So yeah, it had great feedback. Everybody loves their welcome gift. So thank you for that. I think that just is like the extras that make people really just embrace doTERRA more. Trying to think what else. A lot of the, you know, sports is such a big deal for a lot of the people that are in my yoga classes and and in my life too. So any kind of support that they can help to give their kids, like Deep Blue, and my daughter's doing turmeric right now with great results. I think that really helps. There's a lot of stress that kind of goes around with that, and anything you can do to like help your kid through that, it's great. So yeah, I probably forgot stuff, but
No, I think that's perfect. I think what, like Amy, you do have a very ready market for this topic, but what I think was helpful about what we did is we like picked the pain point that they're in or the season that they're in, and we overlaid like what we know about oils into that. But I think that also Amy C, when she got her oils, did a good job of like getting going, incorporating them and getting them onto her, like her family members are older, right? And helping them experience them too. So it was quickly like, okay, this is working, or this is what I feel like. She was quickly like collecting oil experiences very quickly right off the bat. Clary Calm for herself, she was sharing about unfollowable appointments, right? She was, you know, like overheating, helping her daughter move into college, like so many things as she just put the oils to work, then bubbled up to the surface. And I think that I haven't done Zoom classes in a while is the truth of it, but Amy sees people were just like very ready to be on Zoom. So we did like the 2 intro classes, and then because there were 9 enrollments from those, we did 3 different Zoom times for like, I have my oils, now what? And then for people who weren't able to hop on, where, you know, people are still trickling in or doing maybe a text version, you know, kind of connecting that way. But I just think, yeah, oil experiences and finding the pain point and then just teaching to that was really key. And Amy did a great job inviting her people. I didn't have to remind Amy C once. I was
think
like, this is what we're going to do.
I'm just going to say that I had the privilege of sitting in and observing one of their classes and learning. And it was just a really beautiful thing to see both Amy's like working together in the capacity where they felt they could shine. And people were really receptive to that. And I want to say it wasn't super complex. It was highly relational what they did. And it wasn't like reinventing the wheel. It was just what we already know, targeted to Amy Krull's people. And I thought it was neat to see that keeping it basic and simple and giving people what they need still works.
Amy C, would you say it's safe to say that everyone who attended one of those first 2 intro classes had some previous experience with oils? Maybe not everyone that was on Bonita's party deck, but
right.
Almost everyone had previous experience or already owned oils, right?
Yes, they did, and not necessarily doTERRA. So they loved the kind of the background you gave on that and how it's sourced and everything. That really was powerful for people. I think a lot of them, you know, weren't familiar with doTERRA. So that was really good. And yeah, I mean, and I think so many kids have anxiety nowadays, and it just seems like, so that wasn't a big leap for them, you know, and in my group, of course, is going to be a little more in tune to that. Right. And, but I just think oils is such a good partner with physical and the emotional part of it for sure.
Interacting with these people was such a good reminder for me of the fact that people are like for the most part familiar with oils, and for the most part have an oil without an oil girl. And so making sure like we did spend like not too much time, but just enough time being like, this is why doTERRA is different, right? And this is why we've chosen to educate you on these oils tonight. And then there was a fair chunk of time at the end about like, but what really is an oil girl and why does it matter to be able to walk that process? And I feel like not that I didn't believe in Amy C, but I was genuinely surprised to see and pleased to see that many people catch the vision of a quality oil with the support, and then be so then get to see that then in the follow-up appointment and experience that and engage in that. So I think it was just I thought it was a really fun process. So I don't know if I hope it brings people some inspiration, not like oh, I could never do that, but kind of breaks it down for you.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't know what to expect, right? But you just made it so easy. You made it so easy to just, the whole process of it was really, really good to do. So yeah, thank you.
It was fun. So thanks for sharing about it, Amy C, and congratulations again on all that. So I wanted us to be able to hear from her on that. Melissa, why don't you share a little bit about your final MetaPower tips? We're at 8:32, but I will allow it.
Okay, well, it's not MetaPower. It's just so, but what I wanted to make sure that you all know how to do, could you put a comment in the chat if you do not use link generator? Just say, I don't use it, okay? Because I would like to make sure that we are educating you well on how to use that. And doTERRA has reworked the whole thing. So I think it's important that you know how to use it. And so what I want to tell you is that you have been able to, for a long time, go to each project. So you can go to Lemon and you can click on share and you can make a link right out of that Lemon product, and it will actually tag back to you. But they're doing Link Generator beta. So currently, Link Generator only works for wellness advocates in the United States and Canada. Link Generator beta is being put out for all over the world, any wellness advocate. And it actually has QR codes that you can upload, download, you can copy. So I think that is for people who are like in the world of QR codes, that's really important. I want to remind you that the links last for 1 month. Yeah, remember, you don't have to be enrolling somebody to use a link. You can use it to just send info. And that's really good too, because if they like what they see, if somebody's like, what's MetaPower? You can create a MetaPower information link that is going to tie back to your account, okay? And the last thing I wanted to tell you is a reminder of the doTERRA Essential Oil Solutions podcasts. They are weekly. They are ultra compliant. They are intending for you all to copy their material. They have it written out. They have like the transcript available. They have a worksheet available for every single one. So you could just download that worksheet and teach a class from it. Highly, highly compliant, easy to use, doTERRA.com/podcast, okay? So I just thought that those were good reminders for me, and it let us know if you need help. Amy's got a video on, is that what you just posted, Amy? Amy posted the link, so we're good to go, but I wanted to encourage you all.
Thanks. Yeah, so many good things. Okay, so we are gonna like close the book on our October leader call, and what we'll move to then, for anyone who wants to stay on, we'll hang out and we'll do some project broadcast stuff and just collaborate on getting contents scheduled out or thought out. You know, maybe you want to do your October post for the month of October, so that you can just then let the month roll and do what you need to do. So we'll be collaborating on that. We will be using project broadcasts for some of it, for those who want. Other than that, we'll be in touch if you're hopping off, and I will take it off recording for this part. Yes. So thank you everybody for being on.